Throughout all the armed conflicts in history, as a result of our intellect, really very strange and bizarre weapons have emerged, most with quite mediocre results. This is the case today. You've probably heard of many of these bizarre weapons, but I'm sure you haven't heard of this one. Today we will talk about the controversial gay bomb, the bomb that intended to turn its male targets into men who sought other individuals of their same gender in the middle of the battlefield just by pressing a button. Definitely one of the most interesting, bizarre, and strange projects that the United States has done so far. You might think it's a weapon that was made a long time ago, perhaps in World War II, but its development was actually proposed in 1994 by the Wright Laboratory, part of the United States Air Force. The 3-page proposal was presented as a peaceful solution to any armed conflict. The proposal was titled Identification of Harassing, Annoying, and Non-Lethal Chemical Substances. This proposal asked for $7.2 million, which would be given to the laboratory over a span of 6 years to create a group of various non-lethal weapons, where the aforementioned bomb stood out, which caused the enemies an acute case of attraction to their peers. The goal of this was that if the soldiers couldn't resist relating very intimately with their comrades, they wouldn't be able to fight. Not at all in either way. Soldiers in this condition would be weaker soldiers. The G-bomb was going to be a chemical bomb that was going to contain a powerful chemical aphrodisiac, which would cause uncontrollable urges to engage in intimate relations with any subject that was nearby. The classified proposal was obtained by Sushan Project, an organization against chemical and biological weapons. The project also created various non-lethal weapons, such as bombs, to cause uncontrollable flatulence and also to attract nearby insects. Among other non-lethal weapons, quite unpleasant, that would cause great wear and tear on enemy troops. But the most notable, of course, was the aforementioned G-bomb, which was capable of making the victims irresistible to each other. The G-bomb was never actually produced because they couldn't find a chemical substance that would really cause these effects so suddenly. So it only remained as a strange concept on paper, and in fact, many of these weapons didn't even get off the paper. But in 2001, after the project information was leaked by Sunshine Project and caused a great national stir, since the Pentagon seriously considered creating such a strange weapon, they decided to issue a statement about it. And I quote, "The Department of Defense is committed to identifying, studying, and developing non-lethal weapons that support our uniformed personnel." The G-bomb was seriously considered for production, and it's no coincidence that it was made in the 90s. At that time, there was a serious debate about whether homosexuality should be allowed in the United States Army, as it was considered completely incompatible with the concept of the soldier itself. So, when the proposal from the Wright Laboratory arrived at the Pentagon, perhaps the idea of making enemy soldiers have these tendencies seemed very attractive to the American military at that time. Although the scientists at the Wright Laboratory did not achieve anything with their strange concept. They caused a great dent in popular culture and had a great media reach over there. In 2000 and 2007, they were awarded the Ig Nobel Prize. The Ig Nobel Prizes are a parody of the Nobel Prizes and save the scientific studies that make people laugh first and then think about it. Well, the creators of the G-bomb did not show up to receive the award, so now you know, soldier, be careful when you face the American Air Force, because your companions may start to attract you. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.